I'd like to go in hard on the United players, but today I'm actually feeling sorry for them. And I wouldn't say they throw the towel in, because that's really it's tough to throw that at any team. But they just don't have that desire and fight to stay in the fight. Look at Sean De Gea. What chance have you got in this game? The goalkeeper. I've been crushing these fellas for years. I give up. I give up on these players. De Gea, right in half-time. These are international footballers. I can't understand the defending. I give up. Maguire and Shaw last week, they were a disgrace, an absolute disgrace to the club. And these are established international footballers. Wan-Bissaka's... I don't even think Palace would take him back now. He's not good enough for Man United. No feel for the ball, decision-making. But what Man United have always had over the years, whatever about talented players, they had players with character and personalities. I don't see it with this group. I am flabbergasted. There's got to be some stuff going on at that half-time. If I was Ollie, make some changes, get some lads off the pitch, lads going through the motions a little bit. Not that United have been bad, but you've got to... I've said flex your muscles. You've got to impose your personality in the game. Spurs have done OK. They've been compact. And listen, they've been OK. But Man United, Maguire and De Gea, I wouldn't even let them on the bus after the match. Get a taxi back to Manchester. You do have to show some sort of emotion in the game. Go and close somebody down. I've often had it where I've not been at the races in the game, but I go, do you know what I might do is I might smash into somebody. These are established international players, and we're all sitting here, and I know we have to analyse the game. Analyse it till the cows come home. You do your job. We're trying to get in the top 4. Not win leagues, by the way. We're just on about getting in the top 4. God forbid about winning trophies. Shocking. I am disgusted with it. Maguire, De Gea, you should hang your heads in shame. Representing Man United and letting people run past you. Get close to people. And again, I'm fed up with this chat after games and people apologising. Harry Maguire talking about, we need to come together as a group. No, you need to sort your game out. If you're going to be the leader of that group, you need to get the basics right, do your own job. And people keep saying, well, he mightn't be fit. He mightn't be fit. He gave away a goal against Leicester a few weeks ago. Nothing to do with fitness. It was just lack of professionalism. I'm fuming here watching this game of football. I am staggered at Maguire, staggered at an international player can just get done like this. And I am sick to death of this goalkeeper. I would be fighting him at half-time. There's no getting away from that. I would be swinging punches at that guy. This is a standard stay for an established international goalkeeper. That's his job, isn't it? That's his job to make saves. When I hear people saying someone's a good shot stopper, a goalkeeper, is that not what you're supposed to do?
Is that the kind of save you would expect him to make?
Yeah. Listen, he's decent at stuff like that, yeah. That goalkeeper, I am fed up. That De Gea, the most overrated goalkeeper.
No, okay.
Patrice, the most overrated goalkeeper I've seen in a long time.
Did he do anything to restore his reputation with the save from Son?
No, I'd save this. This is not even going in the
this
not even going in the top corner.
You've been harsh on this one.
This is middle of the goal.
I think it's a great, but I think it's a great save. You need to be ready. It's coming quick.
If that is not a great save, that's his job. It's middle of the goal. It's good height for him.
You're being harsh. This one you're being harsh. I think it's a great save.
That.
I think it's a good... Oh, you should be catching that.
Catching that, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Why, he's going to play with some glue on his gloves?
It's not even that high. It's middle of the goal. It's so poor. The difference in class, quality, decision-making, everything. It was, I know the old saying, it was men v boys, but United are so off it, it's unbelievable. When Man United signed Pogba, it wasn't to be playing in the Europa League and to be trying to win the League Cup.
That's not his fault, is it?
Well, he's part of the problem. Well, he's out there playing. He's come for big money, big reputations. We're seeing the interviews. He's saying, I've come to win big trophies. Well, do it. Do it against Man City at home in the League Cup. But if you think Fred and McTominay and Matic in midfield will get Man United back to the heights of winning league titles, then you're living in cuckoo land. Midfield, Fred's playing for Manchester United. Fred, anyone who tells me Fred is good enough for Manchester United, I've said it, is living in cuckoo land. If you think Pogba is going to get Man United winning titles and challenging, you're in... I'm doubtful of you anyway, but you're confirming you're in cuckoo land. But I've been a manager, you're going to a match with players and you're looking over your shoulder on the bus and you see Shaw, Maguire, Fred and these boys, you're going, my job depends on these guys. Then you're in trouble.
People now cares more about the stats than the performance.
What do you make of that, Roy? He's come out fighting.
Fighting? It was bizarre. A lot of nonsense there, wasn't it? Talking about a lot of stats. Just get on with being a footballer. There's a lot of group of players out there from Man United. They are talented. We're on about Cavani's a big loss. Cavani's Cavani's always injured. He's 30-odd. You can't hang your hat on Cavani every week. He played last week. He done OK against the poor Tottenham team. And he's injured again today. He loves a niggle. You can't hang your hat on him. Again, a lot of talk now this week. A lot of rubbish coming up from players. Apologies, left, right and centre. It's no good. It's all rubbish. All that kind of nonsense that coming up from players and from Team Rashford and Maguire. We'd Fernandes a few weeks ago when he missed a penalty against Aston Villa. Just get on with the game and turn up and give everything you have for the club. So this player, as I said, I can imagine Ollie, and I try and picture a manager, and I've been there as a coach and a manager, and you're looking at players when you don't know what you're going to get. These players are no good to you. You don't know what we're going to get with Manchester United. That's not if you're a small club. But Man United, you're hoping, fellas, no, Mickey's going to enjoy his day, and Man City, and they're all having their little day, and Liverpool won title in 30-odd years. Man United are in a bad place, but there's a way out of it. Is Ollie the man to do it? Huge question marks. The staff smiling, hugging, the players chatting with each other. Just get down the tunnel and cut that. I don't get it. Everyone wants to be pals with each other and be popular. You're playing for these clubs, particularly Man United, to win football matches, not to be mates with everybody. It's more hope than belief, because every time there's a bad performance like that, Ollie gets the blame. Every time United produce a result or during the week, Ollie's the luckiest man on the planet. He's got Ronaldo. Ollie can't seem to win, but he has to look at himself. He has to look at himself in the mirror and go, I need to do better here.
We all have a soft spot for Ollie, decent guy, but he's under no illusions. The pressure now will be building, and the longer this kind of run goes on, I never thought for 1 second Man United would be getting anywhere obviously near Liverpool and Man City, forget that. But I'm thinking, obviously certainly be getting in the top 4, staying in the race. At this rate, they're in no race, they're just drifting.
I think he came into Man United at a difficult time. He's managing one of the biggest clubs in the world. But if you've got bluffers on the bus with you and you're dependent on Shaw and Wampus, imagine you're dependent on these guys. Ollie, you might be better off out of it.
Yeah, but he's got Van der Beek.
Are you saying he's the answer?
I'm not saying... Well, he needs
played
to be
in the last season. He was very average. He was very average.
We talked about Fred and McTominay.
40 million to drop in the ocean.
We have the same...
40 million to drop in the ocean.
Same conversation
Jack
every
Grealish
time.
is on the bench today. He's 100 million. He's on the bench today.
But that's irrelevant up to the conversation.
I heard Maguire talking during the week. He was like a robot. He was like, apologies to the fans. Like no emotion behind it. The guy, and these guys are on the back of good European championships for England, so they've turned up before for big matches, but recently, and Shaw's fallen back into his old habits from a few years ago.
But Van der Beek...
If Ollie walked in here now, if Ollie walked in here now, I'd grab him by the... And I go, why are you playing Fred? For all managers have to make their own decisions. They're walking to players day in, day out. I would look at him and go, why are you playing Fred in the middle of the park? Huge position for Manchester United.
And that's what goes on to the manager, and that's why
he has to take responsibility for that. I agree. Just get on with it. Don't be such a baby and focus on the game today and produce against a brilliant Man City team. End of story. And if he does well, we praise him. If he doesn't, then he better be ready.